Something shifts in Hope Valley in episode 7, and you can feel it before anyone even speaks. A single look from Elizabeth, a pause that lasts a little too long, and suddenly, the peace we are used to doesn't feel so safe anymore. This trailer is not loud. It doesn't need to be, because the real storm is building inside the hearts of the people we care about most. And if you watched closely, you already know this episode might change everything. The first thing that stands out in the trailer is Elizabeth's face. She is standing still, but her eyes are not calm. There is weight there. The kind of weight that comes when a person has to choose between what feels right and what feels safe. She listens more than she speaks in this first look, and that silence tells us more than words ever could. Her smile feels softer, but also unsure. It is not the bright, confident smile we have seen before. It is the smile of someone who is trying to stay strong while her heart is pulling her in two different directions. There is a short moment where she looks away while someone is talking to her. That small movement is important. It shows doubt. It shows that something said to her has landed deeply. Maybe she is questioning her recent choices. Maybe she is afraid of hurting someone. Or maybe she finally understands that she cannot keep everyone happy. Elizabeth has always tried to protect the people around her, but in episode 7, it feels like she must finally protect herself. We also see her standing alone in what looks like a quiet place, almost like she is thinking before making a big decision. The space around her feels larger than usual, and that creates a feeling of distance. Is she feeling alone? Even with friends and family around her, is she carrying something that no one else fully understands? This episode may not be about loud fights or shocking news. It may be about a quiet choice that will change her future. Her bond with her son also seems important in this episode. Even in the short trailer, there is a sense that she is thinking not just about herself, but about his future. Every decision she makes will affect him too. That adds pressure. She is not just choosing love. She is choosing stability, safety, and a path forward for her family. That kind of choice is never simple. What makes this even more powerful is that Elizabeth has grown so much over the seasons. She has faced loss. She has faced fear. She has faced change. But this feels different. This feels like a crossroad, and the trailer is clearly building toward that moment. It is not rushing. It is slowly guiding us to something big. And the way Elizabeth reacts with calm on the outside and storm on the inside makes this episode feel deeply personal. If episode 7 truly focuses on Elizabeth's inner struggle, then we are about to see one of her most emotional chapters yet, not because she cries, not because she shouts, but because she chooses, and whatever she chooses, someone's heart will break, maybe even her own. If Elizabeth is fighting a silent battle, then Nathan is fighting, one he can barely hide anymore. In the trailer for episode 7, there is something different about him. He looks tense, not angry, but guarded, like a man who is trying to stay calm while everything inside him feels out of control. His posture is stiff. His voice, even in the short lines we hear, feels heavier. This is not the relaxed Nathan who jokes with the townspeople. This is someone who knows he might be about to lose something important. One moment in the trailer stands out. Nathan is watching from a distance. He is not part of the conversation. He is not stepping forward. He is just there, observing. And sometimes, watching hurts more than speaking. That single glance says so much. It tells us that he feels unsure about where he stands in Elizabeth's life. Is he close to her? Or is he slowly being pushed aside without anyone meaning to? There is also a sense that Nathan is holding back words. You can see it in his face. He wants to say something. Maybe he wants to confess what he truly feels. Maybe he wants to ask a question that he is afraid of hearing the answer to. But instead of speaking, he waits. And that waiting creates tension. Because when a person keeps their feelings inside for too long, it always leads to a breaking point. Episode 7 might be that breaking point. Nathan has always been protective. That is part of who he is. But this time, his protectiveness feels personal. Not just about keeping Hope Valley safe, not just about doing his duty. It feels connected to Elizabeth. When he looks at her, there is hope, but there is also fear. Fear that she may choose a future that does not include him. fear that he may have misunderstood the signs between them. And fear can change a man's actions. Another powerful detail in the trailer is the way Nathan stands alone in one scene. The space around him feels quiet, almost empty. That kind of framing often shows isolation. It suggests that he may be facing this moment without support. Even though the town cares about him, matters of the heart are something a man must face on his own. And Nathan looks like he knows that. There is also the question of pride. Nathan is not someone who begs. He does not chase loudly. If he believes that Elizabeth's heart is leaning elsewhere, he may step back instead of fighting. But stepping back does not mean he feels nothing. In fact, it might hurt even more. The trailer hints that he is at a point where he must decide, does he speak up and risk rejection, or does he stay silent and risk regret? This internal struggle could lead to a powerful moment in episode 7. A confession, a confrontation, or even a quiet goodbye that no one expected. Because sometimes the strongest emotions are shown in the smallest actions. A delayed handshake, a soft goodbye, a look that lasts 1 second too long. What makes Nathan's journey so compelling right now is that it feels real. He is not perfect. He is not always sure. He is simply a man in love, trying to balance his heart with his pride. And episode 7 seems ready to test him in a way we have not seen before. If Elizabeth is standing at a crossroad, then Nathan is standing at the edge of hope. And the question is, will he take a step forward, or will he watch his chance slip away? Episode 7 does not feel like a simple chapter. It feels like a turning point. Not just for Elizabeth, not just for Nathan, but for the whole town, because when one heart makes a big choice in Hope Valley, everyone feels it. The trailer builds toward something quiet but powerful. There is no loud disaster, no big accident. Instead, the tension comes from emotion, from waiting, from the sense that something is about to be decided, and the way the scenes are placed together makes it clear. This episode is leading to a moment that cannot be undone. Elizabeth's journey in this episode feels like it is reaching a line she cannot cross back over. For so long, she has been careful. She has taken small steps. She has tried to protect everyone's feelings. But now, it feels like she must finally stand firm in what she wants. And once she does, the balance between her, Nathan, and Lucas will shift forever. If she chooses safety, someone will feel rejected. If she chooses passion, someone will feel left behind. And if she chooses independence, both men may have to accept a future they did not expect. That is what makes this episode so important. It is not just about romance. It is about identity, about knowing who you are and being brave enough to say it out loud. There is also a deeper theme in this first look: growth. Hope Valley has always been a place where people change and learn. Episode 7 seems to ask a simple but powerful question. Can love grow without risk? Every character appears to be facing that risk. Nathan risks his heart. Lucas risks his pride. And Elizabeth risks her peace. The town itself may also feel the impact. When emotions run high between strong personalities, the mood of the community changes. Friends choose sides. Conversations become careful. Even small gatherings can feel tense. If Elizabeth makes a public choice, the reaction will not stay private. Hope Valley is too close, too connected for that. The final shots in the trailer suggest closure, but not comfort. There is a look exchange that feels final, a pause that feels heavier than before. It is the kind of pause that tells you something has been decided. And once that decision is made, there is no easy return to the way things were. What makes this even more powerful is that Season 13 still has more story to tell. So whatever happens in Episode 7 is likely setting up the emotional direction for the rest of the season. A new beginning for one relationship. A painful distance for another. Or maybe an unexpected twist that no one saw coming. This is why Episode 7 feels different. It is not about dramatic action. It is about emotional truth. About finally saying what has been building for so long. And when truth comes out, it changes everything. Hope Valley may look peaceful on the outside. The streets are calm. The smiles are polite. But inside these hearts, a storm is moving, and when it finally reaches the surface, Episode 7 might become the moment fans remember as the episode where everything shifted.